Hello again, everybody. Zach Attack is here with the Atakline for Wednesday, December 14th, 2011. Alright, we're going to kick things off with your Billboard number ones. With the exception of the country singles charts, it's once again stagnant on the Billboard charts. Still number one album. What is it? Third or fourth week in a row. Michael Bublé with his Christmas album. Maybe be holding on for the rest of the year. Probably. Who knows? Maybe till after Christmas, when after Christmas sales hit. But Michael's still number one. Also still number one is Rihanna with We Found Love. Still number one for a 7th week. Tying her record with 7 weeks for Love the Way You Lie at number one. And her biggest solo hit, Umbrella, which also spent 7 weeks at number one. But I don't know if she's going to beat Adele in her weeks at number one. I'll get to her in a moment. But big news in the Hot 100 today is Katy Perry made chart history. No, like I mentioned, she did not get number one yet, but she's got her 6th consecutive top 5 hit from the album Teenage Dream as the one that got away. But goes to number 4 this week. She ties with George Michael's Faith, another album, to get 6 top 5 hits. Will she make 6 number ones? We don't know what to expect from one that got away, but at least it's one step closer to getting that number one position, to follow in the footsteps of a 5 number ones on Teenage Dream already. The title track, Firework, E.T., California Girls, and of course, Last Friday Night. Now, as I mentioned, Billboard number ones are the same for top 100 and top 200, but there's a new country number one single, and that is Knee Deep by the Zag, not Knee Deep, but the new single, Keep Me in Mind, number one, making it the 4th consecutive number one from their album, You Get What You Give, following the footsteps of number ones like As She's Walking Away, Colder Weather, and the aforementioned Knee Deep. So congrats to ZBB ending the 2-week reign of Lady A's We Owned the Night. Speaking of owning, we all know one woman that's owned 2011. We knew towards the end of the year, and major critics and publications and websites named their best albums, their favorite albums of the year. I think you could know who leads the pack. Adele. Adele's been named by many publications, Rolling Stone, Billboard, iTunes, as the album of the year for 21, and also, as many expected, Rolling Stone, MTV, and iTunes all also said that Adele's Rolling in the Deep is the number one song of the year. And Billboard gave Adele another honor, giving Adele the Artist of the Year. She also wins, like I said, Song of the Year for Rolling in the Deep for Billboard. Big year for Adele, 4.8 million. She accepted her MTV award via a photo because she can't speak yet. Hopefully she'll be fine enough to attend the Grammys, where many are expecting her to be the big winner, rolling in the Grammys. So congrats to Adele for a big year this year. Not only at Rolling in the Deep and the album being big, but Someone Like You also became a big hit as well, being number one smash as well. Speaking of woman on top, that leaves me to 2 certain women. Starting with Madonna. A lot of news on Madonna lately. As we all know, Madonna is, of course, going to headline Super Bowl 46 halftime show at Indianapolis, Indiana. We all know she's got a new single, Give Me All Your Love, leaked a little bit, and the full version still not out yet, but it will be with Nicki Minaj and MIA, as rumored. And also rumored today, Madonna is signing on to a new record label. Now, she left Warner in 2008 to sign on with Live Nation and their record label. But record label plans for Live Nation haven't gone off the ground. So Madonna's going to do what a fellow former Warner Brothers artist and fellow Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Van Halen is doing, signing with Interscope. According to several sources, Madonna is signing a 100 million deal with Interscope. She still continues her plans for Live Nation, still managing them, but she's about to make 3-album contract with $1 million per album. So, and this is what's interesting. Madonna's on the same label now as many artists, including Nicki Minaj, part of Die Def Jam, and of course, also, can't believe I'm saying this. I think no one would thought I'd say this, or anyone would. Madonna's now on the same label as Lady Gaga. Pinch me. Now that Madonna and Gaga are now on the same label, maybe we'll finally get that real collaboration. SNL does not count. And speaking of Lady Gaga, speaking of a woman who had a great year besides Adele, what a year for Gaga, ending her Monster Ball tour, HBO special, a book, and of course the success of the album Born This Way. Of course, nominated this year for Album of the Year alongside Adele. And today she was named by Forbes as the world's best earning female artist. Adele may have the biggest hits, but the female with the biggest money draw is Gaga. You know, books and sales of albums, singles, and of course the tour, Monster Ball tour. She beat Taylor Swift, her rival money and music-wise, making $90 million, making $1.3 million a night on a recent tour. Meanwhile, like I said, Taylor made $45 million this year. Katy Perry with 44. So big year for Gaga money-wise. Congrats to Gaga for that honor of being named by Forbes as the world's most grossing female. Keeping with the female theme of today's Atakline, Lindsay Lohan, a lot of good and bad happening to her lately. Lindsay Lohan, as we all know, is the upcoming cover girl for Playboy, as rumored. And rumors are now true. The issues hitting in stores this week after a leak. Now, Lindsay Lohan was supposed to be on Ellen promoting the magazine, but unfortunately for her, she missed her flight. It missed her appearance on Ellen. That would have been substantial to her success. But despite that little setback on that, at least something good happened to Lindsay. She went to a probation hearing, and her probation officer and the judge agreed that she's doing very well on probation after missing the first day. What was it, like in a cemetery? She missed the first day. She was late, and she was sent home, and then she came an hour earlier for the second day. So she's making a little progress on probation. Sad to see Lindsay end up like this, but I hope she does make a mini comeback, especially this Playboy thing. But sad to see still bad things happen with her missing Ellen, and I think she got robbed a week or two ago. So there you go with that. Wishes to Lindsay for a big return, or mini return for that matter. Alright, on to WWE Wrestling News. Last night was the WWE Tribute to the Troops special, the 2-hour version, which aired on USA, and 1-hour version will air on NBC on Saturday. Mostly matches aiming towards setting up the pay-per-view on Sunday, TLC, with our first match being Randy Orton versus Wade Barrett. And Randy won by a disqualification victory after Barrett, I think it was a double count out. You know, the double count out. They were both fighting outside the ring. You know, Tonga came out attacking Orton. You know, Tonga went through a table. Also, Zack Ryder faced off against Swagger. He won that match. Sheamus defeated Drew McIntyre. We also had a Divas match, including Maria Menounos getting involved, with Eve, Kelly, and Alicia Fox defeating the Bella Twins and Natalya and Beth Phoenix. And of course, the main event being a 6-man tag as Cena teamed up with CM Punk and Randy Orton to take, not Randy Orton, but Big Show take on Mark Henry, Alberto Del Rio of the Miz, with Cena, Big Show, and Punk getting the victory. Also had appearances by many celebrities, including George Wallace, and performances from Nickelback and Mary J. Blige. decent special. I'm happy they do that every year. Tribute for the troops. Sad they don't go to Afghanistan or Iraq anymore, but at least they're still doing it in America for the troops every year. So it's applaud for entertaining the troops and hanging out with them too. That's what I applaud them for. Now, on the TV news with the final Glee of the year. And this is a merry episode and a jolly gleeful episode. Because Holly's supposed to be full of Glee, and Glee delivered it. With not a lot of tension storylines, focused more on Glee putting on a Christmas special. This is probably one of my favorite episodes of Glee. I think it's a little better than last year's Christmas special. Christmas special last year focused more on storylines of Sue mooning Christmas. And Sue was like mini Grinch last year, but now the Grinch this year, volunteering for the homeless and Glee coming in to help. And I like the message they sent with giving. With Rachel wanting a lot of things in the beginning on her Christmas list to Finn. And in the end, she took the earrings that Finn gave her back and the iPod she gave Finn back and donated money to like a Salvation Army type wed barrel with Sam and the Irish kid, still known as, I need to remember his name, but they were like doing like a Salvation Army wed barrel thing volunteering, and they gave the money to that. That was kind of cool. And I like the special, the Christmas special. I like the fact that it had it black and white. And the fact it was Star Wars related with Chewbacca making an appearance and Finn and Puck dressing up like Luke Skywalker and Han Solo. Makes sense because Fox makes Star Wars. You know, after they did the Rocky Horror thing last year, also made by Fox. Makes sense for them to do a little Star Wars thing. But Glee way to end the year. You know, it's been kind of a weird year for Glee with second season being a little bit of a bust, and this season 3 has been kind of a sad situation with the drama unfolding. But the last 2 episodes have been very good for Glee. Not focusing on drama, focusing on good things. And I hope when they do come back in January, they're going to come back very strong. Especially with the Michael Jackson episode. You know me, I'm an MJ fan. I cannot wait for that. Seen the Madonna, Benny tributes, and they did very well with that. See what happens when they pay tribute to the king of pop, Michael Jackson. No Monday night, they'll hiatus as well till January like Glee. So that is it for my Atakline. I'll see you all later. Like this video, comment below on your thoughts on things on Glee, and of course Adele being the top dog and Billboard #1s. And what's everyone doing for the holiday? Comment below as well about your holiday plans. That might have been attacked by the news from Zach. Thank you very much. See you all later. Yeah.